Click the red button to subscribe and also the bell icon to receive notifications. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. As you all know, round 1 results had come yesterday and I also uploaded a video of the category wise cutoff for all categories. If you have not checked that video, I will link that video in my description box. You can check it. But some of you had doubts and many questions regarding round 2 counseling. So in today's video, we are going to discuss most of the frequently asked questions students have regarding round 2, and most importantly, many wanted to know when will they get the security amount and when will the refund amount reach them. So we are going to discuss all this in this video. You can sit back and relax and watch this video, and I think it's going to be a little long, but don't worry, I will clear all your doubts in this video. Now let's get started. Firstly, we are going to see the schedule for the round 2 counseling, when it is going to be held. The registration is going to be held from 6 July to 8 July and the last date of choice filling is on 9 July 2018, 10 am to 5 pm. Next is the processing of seat allotment is from 10 July to 11 July and the result is going to be published on the 12th July. Now let us start the questions regarding the round 2 counseling. What does a free exit for first round mean? Free exit for first round means if a candidate is allotted a seat in the first round and even if the candidate does not report or join the allotted college, he would not be penalized and is eligible for subsequent rounds. Either you can go for round 2 or else the security amount will be refunded back to you. Next is who are eligible for second round of allotment. So there are 5 groups which can participate in the second round of allotment. The first one is registered candidates who did not get any seat allotment in the first round. So students, if you are watching this video who have not yet received allotment in the round 1, you can continue proceeding to round number 2 counseling. Second is registered candidates who have secured seat under reserve quota and whose first round of allotted seat got cancelled during the document verification or reporting for admission will be considered for the allotment of seat in the next round of seat allotment. Suppose in your first round, due to any cancellation of your document verification, if your registration has been cancelled, you can again opt for round 2 counseling. That is, you are eligible for the second round of allotment. Now group 3. Candidates who have reported allotted institute during first round allotment and submitted willingness for second round of upgradation as yes. So the group 3 candidates are those who have been allotted a seat in round 1, but still they want a better college, so they are going for upgradation. They are eligible for the second round of allotment. Group 4 is candidates who have been allotted a seat but not joined. And 5th is candidates who have resigned from the allotted seat of first round. Next is, what is the procedure for second round? Second round of counseling, the fresh set of seats gets added to the system, if any, which is due to latest approvals of the MCI DCI. Further, the conversion of seats is also carried out during the round 2 of seat allotment for All India quota and MAPA for deemed universities, and accordingly the candidates are required to be shown all choices which are against vacant, newly added seats and virtual vacancies which are likely to get vacated during upgradation and also during the conversion of seats as per the following algorithm. You can see here ST, ST, SC general category OBC, OBC ST category and SC category. And lastly, the general category. Choices which were filled during the first round of choice filling will be null and void. All eligible candidates who desire to take part in the second round and mop-up round of online allotment will have to submit their fresh choices during choice submission period and lock the choices during the period of locking. There will not be any indicative allotment in round 2 of allotment. Locked choice of the candidates will be processed and result will be published. Those candidates who do not submit fresh choices for the round 2 counseling would not be considered. So mainly it says that for the round 2, what the procedure for round 2 is that you need to select the fresh choice of colleges, that is your fresh choice of preferred colleges. in your round 2. You must not select the same college which you have already selected for round 1. Okay, so that is a procedure. Next, we'll go on to the next question. Will there be any mock counseling and indicative allotment in second round and mop-up round of allotment? So the question is, if there is any mock counseling and indicative allotment, the answer is there will not be any mock counseling and indicative seat allotment in the second round and the mop-up round of allotment. Next is, if I give option to participate in the second round at the time of joining college from first round allotment, but later you change your decision and you want to continue study at already allotted medical dental college, what is the procedure to avoid cancellation of the already allotted college seat? So the question here is, if you want to participate in the second round but you wanted to join the college what you have already received in the first round allotment, how to avoid cancellation? The answer is, if a candidate does not submit fresh choice during the choice submission period before the second round of counselling, such a candidate will retain the already allotted seat. So if you're already satisfied with the seat what you got in round 1, you don't have to submit any fresh choice during the second round. So if a candidate is not allotted any seat from the submitted choice during the round 2, then also the candidate will retain his or her earlier allotted seat. So you don't have to worry. Whatever seat you liked in your first round, that will be allotted to you. Next is, what are the guidelines for fresh choice filling before second round of online allotment process? You have to remember that if any seat in round 2 from the choice filled in by the candidate before round 2 of counselling, the seat allotted during first round will be automatically cancelled. So remember that even before you're going to the second round of counselling, whatever seats you have been choice locked for the college in your round 1, that all these college allotments that will be cancelled. So you have to, candidates are advised to fill in choice carefully for seats which are of higher preference than the earlier allotted seat. So do not select the same college what you select in the round 1. In round 2, select only the college which are of higher preference than the earlier allotted seat. Candidates are not required to fill up seat which is already allotted to them in their choices during round 2. So I hope this answer will be clear to most of you. Next is, can I modify my choices during the period of exercising of choices and locking during first round and fresh choice submission and locking for second round? So the question is whether you want to modify any choices. There is a date given for your locking of choices. So during that date, the question is, can you modify or do any changes? So the answer is yes, you can modify, add or even delete your choices during this period before you lock the choices. Remember the time is before 5 p.m. but maybe they can extend your time. But before 5 p.m. you can modify, add or delete your choices. But once you lock your choices, then you cannot modify. However, the registration of the new users is permanent at a specific date as mentioned in the counselling schedule. I hope this answer has been made clear to you. Next is, if I do not lock my choices up to 5 p.m. of the last date of locking, what will happen to my choices? Many students have a doubt on this. Yes, the choices submitted and saved by you will be locked by the system at 5 p.m. on the last date of locking. So whatever choices you have been locked, that same choice will be locked by the system at 5 p.m. Next is, how can I get printout of my choices which system has locked? So the answer is, after 5 p.m. of the last date of locking or locking of choices, you will be able to take printout of your submitted choices during first, second and mop-up round of seat allotment and admission. You will also be able to see your locked choices and able to take a printout of the same at the allotted medical dental college at the time of admission on request. Next one, if I opt to participate in the second round of counselling, whether my allotted first round will be cancelled. I think many have doubt in this also. The question is, if you want to participate in the second round of counselling, that is, you have already received a seat in round 1, but you want to participate. So you're asking whether your first round this allotted seat will be cancelled or not. The answer is, in case you are not allotted any seat in the second round, you will be retained with the earlier allotted seat in round 1. However, on allotment of a seat in second round, the earlier allotted seat will be automatically be cancelled and allotted to the another candidate. Therefore, you're advised to fill in only higher choices or any other choice which you prefer over the earlier allotted seat for the second round. Next one is, if I get an upgraded seat during second round, can I join that college directly? The answer is no. You will have to get online generated relieving letter from the earlier institute or college before you join the next college institution. Without such relieving letter, candidate will not be permitted to join the seat allotted in the round 2. Upgradation is applicable only those candidates who have joined allotted seat of first round and submit willingness for upgradation. Next one is, whether upgradation is allowed from the second round counselling of Dean or Central Universities to MOP round of counselling of DGHS for Central or deemed universities. No upgradation is not allowed once a candidate joins the seat allotted in the round 2, and the candidate will not be allowed to vacate the seat of AIQ. For Dean, the candidate will not be allowed in any further counselling, including stray vacancy round of deemed or Central universities. Next one is, I have registered for round 1. Should I register again for round 2 in mop-up round of DGHS? So the answer is no. Only those candidates who have not registered in round 1 need to register for round 2 and mop-up round of DGHS. Next is, whether I am eligible for state quota if allotted a seat in the second round DGHS. Answer is, if a candidate has been allotted a seat in round 2 but not reported at the allotted institute, he or she can exit with the forfeiture of fees, that is, the refund amount, security amount will be forfeited. That means if a candidate, if a student has been allotted a seat round 2 but wants to exit it, the refundable security amount will not be refunded. I repeat, it won't. This is refundable security amount which you've paid at the registration won't be refunded if you get a round in round 2. If you get a seat in round 2 but you want to exit it, means the security amount will not be refunded. However, once the candidate joins the seat allotted in round 2, he or she will not be eligible for exiting the seat and not eligible for any round of counselling, including state counselling. The names of such candidates who have joined in round 2 of AIQ deemed Central universities may be circulated to all state counselling authorities for prohibiting them to participate in any other counselling. I hope this question, many of you had doubts. I think it's made clear. Next is, what documents are required at the time of joining or reporting in allotted medical dental colleges. First one is the original documents for admission to undergraduate medical courses. For admission to 15% of the total seats on all India basis required at the time of joining an allotted medical dental college are as mentioned. First one is the admit cards of the exam issued by the CBSE. Second is the result rank letter issued by the CBSE. Third is the date of birth certificate. Fourth is class 10 certificate. Then you have class 10th plus 2 certificate, the class 10th and plus 2 mark sheet, 8 passport size photograph, provisional allotment letter generated or online, proof of identity, that is Aadhaar or PAN or driving license or passport, and that is lastly 9th is for the NRI candidates. And lastly, the candidate should also bring the following certificate if applicable, that is SC/ST certificate, OBC certificate, and you have to bring the category certificate, that is which category you belong. Next we move on to the questions which is regarding refund of the security amount. First question is, when will the refundable security amount be refunded if I am eligible as per refund policy? The refund amount will be initiated only after completion of all rounds of counselling. MCI says that after all round 1, round 2 is finished and after round 2 counselling is over, within 2 days the refund amount will be initiated towards you. Next is, after I join second round of counseling 15% AIQ, can I leave, resign to join state quota private college seat? So the answer is, once you join second round seat from 15% all India quota, you will not be allowed to vacate from the allotted second round seat as per the direction by the Honorable Supreme Court. In all these dates it's been given. However, if you are allotted a seat in round 2, you can exit with the forfeiture of security amount. That means I already told you before that you will be penalized. That is, the refundable amount won't be refunded back to you. That amount will be gone to the MCI. Next is, where and when this security amount will be refunded? This is the most important question. This fee will be refunded to the institution where the candidate has taken admission and will be adjusted against the first year annual fee. I have already mentioned in my other video regarding in Neet counseling fees that people say, where will that amount go if you have already allotted a seat? So remember that seat, that amount what you have already paid, security amount, that will be adjusted in your first year annual fee. In case the candidate is not allotted any seat in all rounds of counseling, including stray vacancy round, the fee will be refunded in the account provided by the candidate at the time of registration. So you don't have to worry. Even the amount will be refunded only when you don't get a seat in round 1, and even in round 2 if you don't get a seat, it will be refunded in the account provided by the candidate at the time of registration. Security fee will only be refunded only after the completion of counseling. I hope this answer has made clear to all. Many of you had doubts regarding this, but I think it's made clear now. Next is, when does exit with forfeiture mean in second round of counseling? So what is the meaning of exit with forfeiture? It clearly says that it means if a candidate is allotted a seat in the second round and of counseling and does not want to join the allotted seat, he can still exit with forfeiture. That is, you lose your security amount that is deposited, and once candidate join the allotted seat, he won't be eligible for surrender or resigning of the joint seat. So it means that exit with forfeiture means that even if you got a seat in round 2 and you want to exit it, that amount it won't be refunded. That is, you're losing your security amount you deposited. Next is, who are eligible for exit with forfeiture option? That is, who won't get the refund amount? As simple as that. The first one is candidate who has been allotted a seat in round 2 but does not report at the college may exit with forfeiture. That is, you already have been allotted a seat in round 2 but you're not reporting at that college. That means the refund amount won't be given to you. It won't be refunded. That is, the refundable security amount will not be refunded in such a case. Now, second one is round 1 joined candidate who has not been upgraded in round 2 may resign his seat allotted in round 2 within 2 days of round 2 result announcement, failing which he will be considered as part of joint candidate for round 2, and rules will apply accordingly, and such candidate will not be allowed. Next is, when will the refundable security amount be refunded if I am eligible as per refund policy? Many of you had doubts regarding this. This is the last question, and I hope this answer is clear to many of you. The refund will be initiated only after the completion of all rounds of counseling. That's the end of the video, friends. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share with all your friends who are going to attend round 2 counseling. If you have any doubts, you can comment below. I will definitely answer all your queries. And also, don't forget to support my channel by subscribing it. That's the end of the video, friends. I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please share this video to your friends and family. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It means a lot. Thank you once again.